My name is Demo Maurice Myers, and I am from South Florida, specifically out, the Green Acres area. Shout out to everybody who from there, Lake Worth area too. And I basically just got into this because in high school, I was just heartbroken. Actually, you know how it goes usually. You know what I mean? There was a girl that I was fucking with for a little bit, and I saw her walking down the hall with a different guy next day, and I was like, oh shit, So I wrote a song about it, and that was the first song I ever wrote. Was that? And I sent it to my boy Splash. So shout out Splash Man, because I sent it to him because he used to freestyle on the bus during like marching band like practices and shit like that. He'd freestyle. So I showed it to him. He thought it was fucking great, and he was like, "You should really do that shit. We should do it together," type shit. And then it all rolled down from there. That was in 2015. You know.
Damn, that's fire, bro. Like how? Like explain to me how like just like emotion can provoke music, bro. Because you say a girl you liked, bro. She went pain in your mind.
Yeah.
And then you put it into a song.
Yeah.
Like explain that, bro. Because as an artist, I feel like not a lot of artists really tap into that emotion.
Yeah, I feel like you kind of have to, but I feel like it's also something that I like struggled with for a while, and I feel like that's why the music that I make right now, like, touches a lot more people than the music I made back then. Because I had I struggled with it, like, because you can feel the emotion, you know what I mean, but the song could still come out ass. You could really go through some like real shit and write a song about it, and it could still come out ass because you got to learn how to channel it properly into a song. You know what I mean? I feel like that's what took me forever to like figure out, because you like it's like not just using the right words. You know what I mean? You can't just describe what you went through verbatim. You got to get poetic with it. You know what I mean? You got to find a way to describe what you went through, but like in a really nice artistic way. You know what I mean? Instead of saying like, you get a text that your girl's like, just like something like fake scenario, you get a text that your girl breaking up with you while you're walking outside. You can't rap in the song, I was walking outside and I got a text. Like, you know what I mean? You gotta be like, I was out in the pale moonlight. And then, you gotta like liven it up. And I feel like that's the part that people struggle with, because I know that's what I struggled with. So yeah, emotion is very necessary, but learning how to channel it properly, learning how to channel it artistically is really where that shit gets difficult,
Yeah, who's some of your musical like influences? Like who inspires you to make music?
So, the very first person, if you are gonna laugh, but it was John Cena. I'm a huge pro wrestling fan, and when I was a kid, seeing John Cena at 4 years old doing freestyles in the wrestling ring, I was like, holy shit! It was the coolest thing ever. He was in throwback jerseys, jean shorts. You know what I mean? Had the chain on. I was just like, I want to do that. Like that's what you know what I mean? And then from there, it went on to like when I was like 10. Then it became Eminem. I feel like everyone gets hit with the Eminem phase, I feel like, and I definitely had it hard. He's, Slim Shady, that like 1999, 2004.
Oh yeah.
That's still my GOAT. Yeah. I can admit maybe after that shit got a little left. You know what I mean? But right there, that stretch, he was the man. You know what I mean?
Yeah, what's some other artists like, bro? When I hear your music,
yeah,
like I get a whole different vibe,
well,
bro.
That's all new, bro. Because like really, like I started making music in 2015, and then in 2016, the SoundCloud era boomed. So, bro, I was making like straight, like if I'm being honest, I was like an X clone. Like I was just doing, you know what I mean? Because I was 16 years old during the SoundCloud era. You know what I mean? Like I was the target demographic of that whole movement. So that changed everything for me. You know what I mean? That whole thing. Lil Peep too. Shout out Lil Peep, obviously R.I.P. Because that made me realize that okay, you can do rap so differently. It doesn't have to be bars. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like those two guys you mentioned, like their life was cut so short, unfortunately.
Yeah.
And it's just crazy. Like one with violence and another with drugs.
Mm-hmm.
Like how do you feel like when it comes to those artists, like just losing their life like that, bro? Like how does that make you feel?
It sucks, bro. I feel like I saw an interview on my phone. I think Puya was saying that like we lost a whole generation. You know what I mean? We did, because like bro, we had how many years of like their growth and development that we could have had. You know what I mean? How many artists like for example, look at like a Tyler the Creator. Look at what he started making to what he's making right now. That, you know, with guys like Peep, X, Juice World, Mac, like those guys were just as talented as Tyler the Creator. They probably could have done something similar where like what they started doing was hot, but I bet you, if you know what I mean, if they could have had the chance to go on, it would have, you know what I mean, they would have changed it.
Oh, for sure, man.
Yeah,
like,
bro.
Like especially like X, I feel like that guy right there, bro. He I feel like out of like all that the new generation that you mentioned, bro, I feel like he was like he was the one that was like gonna take this shit to like
bro.
Level,
I agree, and that's what I mean, that influence. He just had that. So like during that era, like I was just trying to, like, you know what I mean, like he was one of my idols, so I was just trying to make music like him. I was trying to be him, and then it clicked for me that so was everybody else. I remember I performed a show one day, and I performed a song, and every song I heard people perform after sounded the same as mine. Little different, maybe the voice, you know, obviously their voices are different, they're probably spitting different shit, whatever, but like it was still the same kind of beats, the same yada yada. There was even one time, embarrassingly enough, I performed and the dude performed with the same beat that I had just used on my song. That's when I knew I was doing something wrong, you know what I mean? Because like that's when, like, because you said what other artists inspired me, like recently, this is like recent inspirations, like I'm talking like the past year, you know what I mean? My girlfriend showed me like bands like The Cure and like, you know what I mean, like 80s rock, you know, 70s pop, and I feel like that's when it clicked for me to make something like new. Yeah. You know what I mean? Because like now when I perform, I don't hear the same even style of beats being used. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Because when I hear your music, like I hear that like the 80s type.
Yeah.
The like that era, you know, and I see that, I see where you're trying to go with it, and I can see a lane because I don't really see anybody like tapping into that, like a lot. You feel me?
Yeah, bro.
And I would love to see you like just grow as an artist with finding your own like lane.
Yeah.
Specifically, like for your own, you know.
Yeah. Well,
because you said the different artists that was performing, it sounded just the same, and like how would you separate yourself from everybody else so you're not like labeled as, oh, he sound like him. Like how you want to see your artistry go with you?
I'm just trying to find a way, as crazy as it sounds, I want to just find a way where I can get like 80s like goth like music, you know, like rock and rap, and like somehow like put it together into one thing. That's like what I've been trying to do lately. I feel like I didn't even know that I could make a different style of music until last year. You know what I mean? Like I actually deleted almost everything I made prior to 2023 off of everything and started anew in 2023. And I feel like a lot of that was just like your regular like emo rap, rock rap hybrid. But like as I did it more and got more confident in my singing voice, that's where that lane opened up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because like if I can put something together, whether people think it's trash or not, they gotta respect the fact that like, okay, at least you can't say you've heard this before.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
you can say it's good or bad all you want. I don't care. But at least you can say, okay, I've never heard something like this before, and that's my goal every time. Because like, I don't know, I'm of the belief, like I hear a lot of like rappers come out that like sound like Young Thug or like Lil Baby, and it's like we already have Young Thug and Lil Baby. We already have these, you know what I mean? And I had to check myself because I feel like the beginning of my music was very emo rap, and I was like, well, people are, even though they're gone still, they already have Juice WRLD's music. They already have Lil Peep. You know what I mean? Like what made them so special is they did some new shit. What made X so special is because nobody, you know what I mean, was like going at music the way he was. So that's what I'm like trying to find. Like I'm just trying to find my own shit because I've never heard nobody try to mix the two together. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. So what are you working on right now? Like how you gonna expand like your music and your artistry, knowing everything you just said?
Well, honestly, it's lately what it's been is it's just been a lot of like what I call music study, because I feel like you can listen to songs and just enjoy them, you know what I mean? But like listening to a song like with headphones, like locked in, like trying to pick every piece and part of it, like what can I take that could fit this? You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, my background is rap. You know what I mean? Like I still remember, like, you know, like my dad is a huge like late 90s New York fan, you know what I mean? Like Jay-Z, Nas, and Biggie is his big three. You know what I mean? So like I know like that's where it started, and I want to stay true to that. You know what I mean? I don't ever want to stop rapping. I don't, like, even though I am getting more confident in my singing voice, I don't ever want to make a song that's just singing. You know what I mean? I want to have that element in there at all times because that's where I started from. You know what I mean? But I want to find a way to mix it with beats that no one's really heard before. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean? Like, so if I rap on some weird, like, gothic shit, you know? Like, it hasn't been done, you know what I mean? Because, like, Lil Peep and them, they didn't really rap. You know what I mean? Their music's great, and I love it. You know what I mean? But they weren't trying to, like, rap. And I feel like that's where I'm trying to differentiate. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. And I like that because it's too much people sound the same, bro. And it's just, I feel like people need to really identify their own artistry, you know, and be comfortable with that, and not stray away from something that doesn't feel familiar to them, you know. And I like that with you.
Yeah, bro. Yeah. I'm just trying, bro, because like I said, like they're already happening. You know, the people got that music already. You know what I mean? It's just, you know.
So how did you get into music? Like what led you up this path?
I mean, well, starting from like when I was little, like 4 years old, again, seeing John Cena freestyle, and you know what I mean? That's my goat, bro. Like I just loved that so much. You know what I mean? Because all the wrestlers are coming out to like just straight like rock music. They're all wearing the same shorts and boot combo, you know what I mean, with designs on them, whatever, but it's still the same shit. And then you got bro coming out, you know, with a freaking fitted throwback jersey, jean shorts, chain on, spitting bars on their head, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know, like that was awesome. Like for me, that started it, and then it grew from there to like my dad showed me Eminem for the first time when I was like 10 years old. He played me the Recovery album. I have like a core memory of like being 10 years old and just being like mind blown. You know what I mean? And I know like I know a lot of people don't like that album, but like especially for like little me, like that shit was just like, whoa, like what the fuck is this? You know what I mean? And then it just kept going. You know what I mean? Because I realized, okay, like one day I remember I was like 13 and I realized I was like, oh shit. Like he didn't start like this though. Like I don't know why. I just had this random thought. I was like, he didn't start like this. Like this he's like peak right now, at least to me at that time. And I was like, but he had to start somewhere. And I started researching it. So I went back as far as Apple Music would let me. Went like all the way to the Slim Shady LP. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Listen to that. And then through YouTube found out that there's shit that's not on those platforms that's even further back. And I was like, oh shit. It just clicked for me that like, okay, he started somewhere and got to here, so why couldn't I start somewhere and go to there?
Real talk.
And
that's good because like you're actually a student of the game, and like you see that, you know, you got to study the greats so you can become great.
That's what I'm saying. Like, and then I remember what kind of led to this switch in music was I started watching interviews to see who is he influenced by. Because right, if Eminem's my goat and he's influencing me, well, who's are his goats? I feel like people got to think about, like, you know what I mean? Like, if you have a goat that you're trying to emulate, well, figure out who inspired him, because I bet you'll find something different. You know what I mean? And that's what I realized. So then I started getting really into Beastie Boys. I started getting really into Rakim, because I heard Eminem in interviews. Those are the people he was shouting out. He was shouting out Rakim. He was shouting out Beastie Boys. He was shouting out the Fat Boys. You know what I mean? Like, he was shouting out, like... So I went back, and I was like, okay, what about this inspired him? And then that's what led to it. Because when I found out the Beastie Boys, I was like, oh shit, like rock-rap hybrid. Yeah. You know what I mean? And it started from there. I was like, okay, like this is doable. You know, they're rapping over electric guitars, so I started rapping over electric guitars. And then electric guitars turned into gothic synths. You know what I mean? Like, it just kind of went down the line, you know?
That's fire. So like when was that time where you like you first made your like song like when you got in the studio and you was like, all right, I'm really gonna take it serious. I'm gonna make a song, put it out, see what people like. Like how was that journey for you?
I would say like back then I probably would have told you when I started, you know, I was like around 16, like 15, 16, but I truly think I really started taking it serious in 2019. You know what I mean? Like I was like, because I had gotten really good at the time at fast rapping. I really thought fast rapping was good rapping, you know what I mean? So I was like, okay, like this is like my thing. I'm the fast rapper, and like so then like I got motivated to do it cuz like, that was the first time in 2019 where I heard my own song and liked it. Cuz like before that, I heard my own songs, but deep down I didn't really like them. You know, I didn't show them to people. I didn't really want to show them. The first time I was actually like, yo boys, can I play something for you? That was in 2019, and then I feel like that's when I really got serious with it.
That's fire, bro.
Yeah.
Not a lot of people say that, man. Like, as an artist, bro, you gotta wanna like the music, bro.
Yeah,
If you're not gonna vibe to it, how do you expect other people to vibe?
That's what I'm saying, bro. And it's just crazy too, because it's like I feel like with because I had like a group of people I was rapping with when I started. You know what I mean? And I feel like I was the weak link. Like that whole time, and it's just so funny to me because like sadly a lot of them like have like don't even really make music anymore, and it's just like damn, you know, like why'd y'all give that? Because y'all had more talent than me back then, so I can imagine what you'd be now. You know what I mean? And I feel like, you know, it's just all from that point of like trying to just like your own music. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man, and you can't give up. Like you gotta keep that passion, and especially like people that you're around. You know, like. They I don't know, cause me personally, like I've been around a lot of people that have influence, and you try to like show them what you're doing and like make them appreciate it and see your vision, but sometimes like you gotta really believe in yourself.
Yeah.
100%.
No, that's facts. That's facts, because I didn't start seeing any traction on anything I did until last year. Because even though in 2019 I started liking my music and was showing people, I still like, you know what I mean? By like 2-3 months down the line, I feel like I made a song that's better, and now I don't like that song anymore. You know what I mean? Like I noticed I would do that with each song I'd make. I'd feel like, okay, I'm getting better now. This one's trash. You know what I mean? So like I still had a problem with like liking my older shit. You know what I mean? I only wanted to show people new shit. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And whereas like 2023 is where I feel like, okay, like I started putting out like solid bodies of work. Where like I listen back to those songs now, and where usually I'd be like, oh, I make better shit now. I don't even like this anymore. Like I still enjoy those songs. I'm like, okay, you know what I mean? I'm doing something right, you know?
Yeah, it's and plus it's your catalog. It's your discography, you know? Like keep working on shit, and you know that song will pop.
Yeah.
And then they're gonna go back and look at all your old shit. You
know?
Yeah. And that's like, damn, bro, been grinding. Like I can see his growth.
Yeah, it was like, I might release some of the shit that I deleted, like eventually, like later on down the line, just for like, you know, just to like show people where I came from. But like, I feel like what I didn't want to happen was like, especially at the time, since I was switching genres basically. You know what I mean? I went from like cloud rap to boom bap, and then making like what I'm kind of making now. You know what I mean? And my worry was like, oh, if someone hears what I'm making now and they like that, and they're like, oh, let me go on his page because he's probably got more like that, and they get turned off because, you know what I mean? So like, I might release it like coming, you know, down the line, but you know, like right now, I'm just like, I want to make sure that like people know that like, okay, not only is the song that you just found like you like and is good, but I got more for it. You know what I mean? That are like very similar on that same path. You know?
Yeah, for sure. What's like all right. I want to talk to you about like mental health, bro. Like what gets you in the right mindset to like go about your day, and especially as an artist, I know it's a little harder because artists are wired different, bro, and like they feel everything, and they just get affected differently than normal people. But like, how do you go about your day? Like what makes you get through the day, bro?
Honestly, bro, first, not on some like fiend shit, but obviously tree. I love, you know what I mean? A good blunt in the morning. Hey, bro, a good blunt of coffee in the morning, I'm fucking kicking. You know what I mean? I'm ready to go, dude, you know? But like that, and then obviously too, what helps me a lot is like checking myself, getting comfortable with like checking myself. You know what I mean? Because I feel like a lot of what can fuck with you mentally is if you just like harp on shit for too long. You know what I mean? Like, okay, you do something that you feel bad about, it's a mistake. Now you feel like a piece of shit, and you just keep reminding yourself about the mistake. So now you feel like you are the mistake. You know what I mean? So now that's all you are, is that one. You know what I mean? Yeah. Whereas like I've and trust me, like I'm just now learning how to do this, so I'm not judging nobody. You know what I mean? But like checking yourself to like accept it. You know what I mean? Like it happened. This is what you can do to do better, and not try to lie to yourself. Don't try to like make yourself feel better by saying that it wasn't a mistake, or that next time you'll get it. You know what I mean? Like no, you slacked. This is what happened because of it. Just, you know, remember that and move forward. And then physical activity too as well, obviously. Yeah. You know, I be doing Brazilian jiu-jitsu, so that shit. Yeah, that shit helps, bro. Yeah, I'm a purple belt. Shout out Henzo Gracie, Royal Palm. You feel me?
talk about that, bro. How did you get to that, and what led you to like doing that, and it like affecting your life? Like, how did that affect your life?
Honestly, it affected my life because I feel like it affected my life in such a good way. Because without jiu-jitsu, I wouldn't be making the music I make today. I wouldn't have the like confidence and stage presence to like do the live performances that I do. You know what I mean? Like that shit like really helped me find my confidence, because like growing up, like I was like scrawny, you know, short scrawny kid, you know what I mean, with like glasses, had braces. I was the prime bully suspect, you know what I mean? I had all the stereotypical shit you needed. You know what I mean? Like I had everything you needed. So it was just how it was, you know what I mean? I'm not mad at it. But because of it, it had made me insecure. You know what I mean? So I feel like that's why I didn't like my music in the beginning, because I was just insecure about myself. Because I was like, you know, like, I don't know, like my brain was just like, oh man, like I can't even defend myself if I wanted to. You know what I mean? Because like there had been a few times where I gotten fucked up. You know what I mean? And I was like, damn, and I can't even do nothing about it. You know what I mean? Like, you know, so then like that makes you move different, because now when someone does you dirty in any way, you know, just does some like slightly green shit, like you don't stick up for yourself. You know what I mean? So like it bled into everything, because like every day I was just like fucking getting walked all over by people because they knew I wasn't gonna say nothing about it. You know what I mean? Because I was too scared. I was scared of confrontation. You know what I mean? I didn't want to confront nobody because I was scared that if I confronted somebody, I was gonna get my ass kicked. Yeah. So jiu-jitsu really just took that shit out. You know? It fucks everything up, bro, because it like I know when I moved to Miami, it helped me get my confidence, because I was around new people, so they didn't have preconceived ideas of who I was. You know what I mean? They knew nothing about me, so I could make the changes in myself that I wanted without being like ridiculed. Because you try to do that with the hometown people that have known you since you're a little kid. You're like, that's not you. You're not like that. Why are you confronting me all of a sudden? You're not the confronting guy. Like, you're usually really shy and not, you know what I mean? And then you fall back into that trap because you're like, oh, they're right. Yeah, that is, you know what I mean? Like, so make sure, get yourself around a new crowd of people if you need to, so that way you can make those changes in yourself without being ridiculed. And then 2, take some self-defense classes on any martial art, something. You know what I mean? Boxing, jiu-jitsu, whatever it is that you can get to, whatever's most affordable, anything, because I'm telling you, it's not about learning how to fight. Because anything can happen no matter what. On a street fight, let's be honest, it doesn't matter what martial art you know what I mean? You don't know how many friends he has. Like, there's, you know what I mean? It's all about getting used to confrontation. That's what martial arts did for me. Like, now I'm not scared if someone were to, like, you know, just, you know, do some green shit, I don't know, like bump my shoulder or like, you know, talk shit to me and be a dick. I'm not gonna like cower away, or you know what I mean? I'm gonna like at least stick up for myself, because I'm not afraid of confrontation, because I know I get into confrontation at the gym, you know what I mean, however many times a week. Mm-hmm. You know, just building that tolerance to like stressful situations, because that's what helped me. You know what I mean? So just like get in a gym, spar a little bit, It's scary, I know, but like that's you kind of need to get used to it because that's what's gonna help you. Because 99% of the time, sticking up for yourself never leads to a fight. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Sometimes just the act of you being confident enough to like check them is enough to just make it like, oh, okay, all right. You know what I mean? And it goes separate ways, like 99% of the time. But I didn't even have the confidence to do that. You know what I mean? My brain would just immediately go, no, I can't confront him because what if he tries to beat my ass? You know what I mean? So it's just like getting used to confrontation. You know, you gotta just get used to it.
Gonna beat the ass, but you gonna beat the ass.
Yeah, maybe so, but maybe not. You know, but my point is just no, I feel you. But like my point is just like at least you're not afraid to get in that confrontation because you're used to getting in confrontations like that. So that's all it is. So just check yourself, make sure your friends are cool, and get some self-defense. Oh shit, get some self-defense, bro. That's it. You know, telling you.
So what on the music?
Yeah.
Like what you about to drop? Like about to drop song?
Yeah. So Goth Boys about to drop, and that's probably like that song is gonna be the start of like craziness, because I feel like that song and the ones I've made since it, I finally got, you know, like I did it. I feel like I got all those genres that I wanted to mix, and I mixed them in a way that sounds really good and unique. You know what I mean?
Talk about that song. How did that come about? Like, how did that start?
So, like, again, music study. So, at the time, I was listening to a lot of, like just straight emo music. You know what I mean? I listened to a lot of emo music already, you know what I mean? But, like, I was listening to that, and then I was listening to a lot of, like, Comethazine and early Eminem, which I know sounds weird, but I was listening to Comethazine, like early Eminem, right? And then after that, I started listening to some Lady Gaga, right? So it gave me the idea for that song. It gave me the idea because I was like, okay, like I'm gonna take this beat, you know what I mean, which sounds very, you know, it's very much like a dance, like not a dance hall beat, but very pop beat. You know what I mean? It's very club vibes, you know, very rave party type shit. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And I was like, okay, if I can take this beat and now like sing a little bit, you know what I mean, and get like a little sassy with it, kind of like Lady Gaga does. You know what I mean? Like, so like the song, I kind of wrote it from the perspective of like me to like somebody and just feeling like I'm just the fucking shit, and like you're like you should be grateful to be in my presence. Now, I'm not saying that, like, that's not how I am, but, like, I'm thinking of it like Eminem, because that's not how Eminem was. Eminem was a character. You know what I mean? Slim Shady was a character. Obviously, he wasn't really killing these people. He wasn't, you know, he didn't really hate all these people, or, you know what I mean? Like, so that's where I went. I was like, okay, so what could be my character? You know, and I listened to the beat, and I was listening to Lady Gaga. I was like, okay, what, just this, like, really gaudy, like, fucking, just, you should kiss the ground I walk on kind of person. Like, what lyrics would they write to this beat? And then I went from there. You know what I mean? I was like, okay, well, if I'm this character, I think this is probably what they would talk about. You know what I mean? And that's basically what the whole premise of the song is just like the perspective of like this just really gaudy person that just feels like they're the shit. And my hope is to like transfer that feeling to the listener. Like, I want people to listen to it and feel like they're the fucking shit. You know what I mean? Like I want them to see themselves rapping those lyrics. You know what I mean? Like, they're just the fucking shit and nobody can touch them, you know?
Yeah, that's fire.
Bro.
When is that song coming out?
That's going to be May 4th, Saturday. This Saturday coming up.
Oh, fire.
Yeah, and then Sunday I'm performing it live.
Oh, dope.
Yeah, bro. I'm trying to... Because I feel like people got to perform live because it's a good test.
Yeah,
you know?
To talk about that live performance, because a lot of people they perform like over the track. They perform no energy.
Oh,
they perform,
bro,
like,
it pisses me off when I see.
That, bro.
Let me tell you something. Look, I know I just said I'm not gonna be judging nobody, but I'm gonna judge one kind of person, and with all love and respect, don't just play your MP3 and mouth the words, bro. No one wants to hear that. If they wanted to hear that, they'd be in the car doing it. They'd be with their AirPods doing it. Stop it. Get some help. You know what I mean? Like, that's not it, bro. Like, do I go broke for it? Yes, but I get show mixes. go to a studio, I make sure that they, shout out DB Studios by the way, they lower my main vocal, right? They keep my backup vocals same volume. They just they lower my main to almost zero. They keep all the ad libs the same, and then depending on if it's like a really fast verse that I'm rapping or something, they'll leave a section of my main vocal there, so that way I know that's the line where I can stop, take a breath really quick, you know, and maybe hide it with like a little dance or something, you know what I mean? Like do something to kind of distract, you know, take a breath really quick and then hop back in. You know what I mean? But like I feel like people don't think about that. You know what I mean? Because dude, no one's gonna be feeling you with a mic mouthing lyrics. Like that's especially the thing too. Because like don't get me wrong, I perform at like, in all seriousness, I perform at shows like it's not like big shows. You know what I mean? It's like maybe like 15, 20 people max. You know what I mean? Maybe even less than that. You know what I mean? So, but when there's that little amount of people, you can see, like I can see you just mouthing your lyrics and not even speaking into the mic. You know, like no, like the connection is lost. Like the sound of your voice going through the mic, hitting the speakers and hitting the listener's ears, you're building a connection. Mm-hmm. If you're not saying any words through there, bro, that connection is literally lost, bro. It's not happening. You know what I mean?
Y'all taking y'all notes, man.
Yeah, that's
bro.
What, like,
basically broke down what you have to do, man.
Yeah, bro. Just like get a show mix, bro. Because also too, you gotta throw the beat up a little bit on as well with the show mixes. Make sure don't turn the beat way up, but turn up the beat slightly. You know what I mean? Because these speakers that you're most likely gonna be performing at are probably gonna be able to handle it. Obviously, for like the regular mix, you got to keep it kind of low because it's gonna be through headphones and cars. But like hopefully where you're performing at, the speakers will be able to handle it. So like make sure you turn the beat up a little bit too. You know what I mean? And then like give them something. Give them something.
Yeah, you got to give them your energy, man. Like, all right, how are you with shows? Like you done enough shows and stuff?
Yeah. I definitely got a little rusty because I was doing a lot of shows when my music was really bad. If I'm being honest, like during that time, like 2016, 2017. I was doing shows all the time. There's a place called the Dream House. It's probably, I don't know if it's still around.
I heard Dream.
Yeah. I don't know if it's still around. I don't know what happened to it. But I just remember, like during those 2 years, 2016, 2017, it seemed like every weekend there was a show happening there.
Yeah, I remember that time.
Yeah. There was a show happening there every day. So me and my friends would go. We'd all, because it was like a group of us. It was like 5 of us. We were all like a group. You know what I mean? Shout out Sober Records. But we would pitch in. They'd be like, the promoter would be like, it'd be however much. We'd split it 5 ways. Even for some broke high schoolers, splitting it 5 ways is kind of nice. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So we'd be able to afford that, and we would go perform like all the fucking time, bro. Mm-hmm. So, and then obviously like once I moved to Miami when I was 18, I lost pretty much all my connections. You know what I mean? And I thought I was gonna be able to get connections really fast. It didn't really go that way. So like I didn't perform at all really in Miami except like once, and then obviously COVID happened, so then there was no performances, you know what I mean? And then I moved back down here like 2022, like the end, like very end of 2022. So like by the time motion started picking back up in Miami, I was already gone, you know what I mean? So it was just like, yeah.
Talk about like, cause I know some artists, bro. They might feel like some type of way where they might do a show and then it might be like 1 or 2, like 8 people in the crowd, and like they might feel discouraged, or might not even want to do the show.
For what?
Like, explain that, bro.
Yeah. For what, bro? I don't like. I feel like people like that again. Coming back to like, bro, check yourself. Why are you too good to perform for 8 people? You know what I mean? There's legends. There's legends out there right now who are at the twilight of their careers that are now doing that. When in their prime they were selling out whatever, they are now doing that, but they still do it because if that guy isn't above it after everything he's done, and there's probably a big list of names, but like, why are you? You know what I mean? Like, and also too, I guess the way I look at it, bro, is like, if there's only 8 people at this show, then I am about to gain 8 new followers, 8 new fans. You know what I mean? Because, and also too, you got to look at it too like it's reps, bro. Because if you can't even rock 8 people, if you can't get 8 people to pay attention to you and bob their head, The fuck are you gonna do in a stadium, bro? Fuck you gonna do in a, like, you know what I mean? Like, let's be so fucking honest right now. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's why I don't care how many people there is. All I care about is that, did I get everyone's attention? How many people in the crowd were, like, on their phone not even paying attention to me? How many people did I see were on their phone and then they got back, they actually perked up and, like, looked over and they came and walked over? You know what I mean? Like, because that's all I care about. If there's 3 people in the room, as long as I got all 3 of those people's attention, I'm straight. Cause like, I'm not in a position right now to be making demands, bro. I'm just trying to get there by any means. So I'm gonna put on a fucking show. I'm gonna pretend like this shit is packed the fuck out, and everyone came here to see me. You know what I mean? Cause that's what they came here for, bro. You know, they came here for a show.
Bro, that's I love that perspective, man. Cause I don't know, like. I've been in situations where people, like, some, like, well-known artists, bro, like, they don't even want to do the show because it's probably like 10 people out in the crowd, but they still came to see you, and you still gotta give your all, bro.
Yeah.
You feel me? You can't just be like, it's egos. You feel me?
Bro, honestly, bro, it's crazy because it's like you hear artists talk about it that are like big artists that are like have made it, and I used to think, oh man, like, damn, it's gonna be crazy when I encounter that, when I get to that level. But it's nuts because even right now, at the level I'm at, I see it. Like, cause to me, I'm the kind of person to, like, do unto others as you would want done to you. So if you would want everyone to be push up to the front for your set, you know what I mean? You would want everyone to push up and vibe and at least bop their head or something. That's what you would want. Then that's what you need to do for all the other performers that same day. And, bro, the egos that I've seen are just, like, crazy, bro. Like, bro, just push up. Just because, like, especially if they did it for you. I've seen artists push up for other artists' set. And then when that artist comes up, that artist now wants to either go leave the show or they want to go, you know, they want to go sit in the back and not push up for this. Like, come on, bro. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, you gotta show love, man.
Yeah, you gotta show love, bro. Like, just show, like, I just feel, and that's what I wish, like, would come back. Because I noticed the difference when I was down here, like, during high school, and then when I left to Miami and came back. Like,
what was the difference?
I just remember things being so much more about love, bro. Like, I just remember
Like in Palm Beach or Miami?
In Palm Beach.
Okay.
I remember it just being so much more about love. You know what I mean? Or maybe I just was, like, in my own little bubble. You know what I mean? With the group of friends that I had. But, like, we got up. You know what I mean?
No,
like,
you're right, bro. Because, like, the time you're explaining to me during that time, bro, there was a lot of love around.
That's what I'm saying, bro. I remember Dreamhouse would be packed out. Everyone would stay for everybody's performance. Everyone push up for everybody. Like, it was, you know what I mean? And then, like, all of a sudden, when I came back, obviously, like, it isn't just one place that's popping anymore. Now the thing is, like, pop-up shows. Like, it's, like, different places all around Florida. You know what I mean? Like, for the one on Sunday, I'm driving all the way to fucking Vero Beach, bro.
Oh, Vero?
Yeah, I'm driving all the way to Vero Beach, and then May 20th, I'm driving all the way to Broward, bro. So that way...
That's good, because, you get the crowd of Vero.
Yeah.
And, you know, you got the crowd down here, because, bro, Vero, that's like, that's not really... Like, I don't know what's going on Vero, but...
Yeah.
I mean, there is stuff going on because you got a show.
Yeah.
We don't really hear that much times, like, stuff going on.
No, I feel you, bro. I'm looking at it as, like a wrestler in the independent scene. Like, those motherfuckers are, you know, doing the same shit you see at, like, WWE. They're, like, jumping off ladders, going through double tables for 15 people in the crowd, bro. But they showed up and did it anyway for the love of the fucking game. So that's what I feel like. That's what you know what I mean? So I'm going to do the same, bro.
Yeah, that's how it's supposed to be, dog.
That's how I'm going to do. I'm just going to show up. If there's fucking 2 people there, whatever. Because being on stage is the shit. You know what I mean? I love
Would you see yourself doing wrestling?
Maybe. Like, maybe. I don't know. Like, I gotta blow up first. I could see myself doing some Bad Bunny shit. Like, I could see, like, you know...
Bad Bunny?
Bad Bunny wrestled for the WWE, like, a few times now.
For real?
Yeah, like...
I did not know that.
Yeah, bro. Yeah. Or like Logan Paul, too. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, I know Logan.
So, like I could see myself doing something like that. Like, I could see, like... Because this is my first love. This is my first passion. You know what I mean? Like, this is what I want to do. So, I need to achieve this first. But once I achieve the main quest, oh yeah, side quests all day. You know what you know what I mean? Hell yeah, I would love to. I would love to definitely do some wrestling for sure.
All right, with the music, like where do you really want to see yourself? Like just speak as if you're manifesting it right now. Yeah. Like whatever you want, bro.
Honestly, bro, I just want to be able to quit my job, support my mom and my grandmother, and myself, obviously, just off my music. Like, I don't need to be fucking Drake, bro. I'm not saying that I wouldn't, you know what I mean? Like, if I had the opportunity. I'm just saying that I don't need to, you know what I mean? There's enough room in the game. There's artists, probably, I could tell you, I could name drop right now that you probably never even heard of, that are getting paid off this shit right now.
Bro, you
know what I mean?
The lane that you're creating for yourself, bro.
Yeah.
I don't see anybody else doing it, like, with my eyes.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
You feel me? So, it's like, just keep going with that lane, bro. You never know. You might. Yeah. You might well be.
That's because I feel you, but like I'm just like, but at first and foremost, you know what I mean. I feel like never be too greedy. So like if I only ever get to that point where I'm living comfy off my music, I'm okay with that, bro. Because at the end of the day, bro, the main thing that fucks with me is I just want to be me at all times. I don't.
A lot of people fight with that.
Yeah.
That's great that you're saying that, bro.
Yeah.
Because some people don't even know how to do that.
Yeah, because bro, like I don't wanna be at a job where I have to like talk a different way, or I have to wear this uniform every day. Like, you know what I mean? And I know I'm not saying that it's the hardest shit in the world. Obviously, there's people going through way harder shit. But I'm just saying like as like my own internal goal is just like those things like really get to me sometimes, like really upset me, because I'm just like, damn, bro, like I'm at this job just fucking like a cog in the machine. You know what I mean? Like I'm not being my true self, and there's something in me, bro, that just like I get agitated at my job. You know what I mean? I feel really bad about it, because it's no one's fault.
I mean, but you get that feeling because deep down you're really not. That's not your calling.
Yeah, I'm just like, bro, like I'm just wasting away here, like I need to get out of here. I want to do other shit,
Yeah, that's why you put more energy into your craft and like your music and like your passions and what you want to do.
Yeah, bro. That's why, and that's what I'm saying. Like that's all I'm trying to get to. Like at the end of the day, you know what I mean? I'm just trying to at least get to the point where like I'm just comfy. I can chill. You know what I mean? I can support the people who supported me, you know what I mean, throughout it, because like my mom, my grandma, my aunt are very big parts of like why I've even been able to pursue this, you know what I mean? Especially like when I was living in Miami and I was like short on rent because my dumbass wanted to go get a bunch of studio sessions. You know what I mean? They were the ones that were saving my ass from getting evicted. You know what I mean? Like, so like I just want to make sure that like I can I when I do make it, to just let them know that like their effort in helping me get there did not go unnoticed, And then after that, if I can be comfy even after doing that, then that's it, bro. That's all I need to do. I don't care what, you know what I mean, bro? That's it.
Nah, that's real, man. And I respect that heavily, bro.
Yeah.
What's some shout outs, like some people that you feel like, that really made an impact on you growing up and your music and everything that you love, like just talk about some people. The
number one shout out gotta be my mom, for sure, because my mom, had me at 17, and you know what I mean, and my father dipped, you know what I mean, so she was doing double duty at 17 years old. I'm 24 now, and I remember when I turned 17 having the epiphany that like, damn, at the mental state that I'm at right now, the shit that I'm going through, this is when my mom just had to drop everything and start becoming an adult. You know what I mean? So tough. Yeah, so for me, that's the number one shout out, because she didn't have to do that. You know what I mean?
Shout out mom.
Yeah, so shout out mom for sure. And then other than that, obviously, big shout out to K Soldier, Splash Man, Love, Max G, J Woo. There we go. I was like, hold up. Yeah, J Woo, Preez, Peso, fucking everybody, just the whole old crew, bro. Because like we were a big group of people, and we were all making music. Like some of the and shout out Ma Dukes number 2, bro, because we were at Jay's crib every day we were at this man's crib every day, like 10 of us. He had a studio in his room, and we would just all make music from sun up to sundown at this man's house. You know what I mean? So like, just shout out like all those people, because they helped me get here. You know what I mean? Because there was a lot of times where I wanted to quit this shit, because like I said, I wasn't really feeling my own music, and I was like, oh, I don't think this is for me. Especially because I would compare myself to them. Because I'm telling you, like, go on SoundCloud, look up Jay Peso, look up fucking Riley Gardenis too. Shout out, he was Purse at the time. But like, there's people that like I used to make music with as a kid that were fucking crazy back then. Like, I couldn't believe they didn't blow up because they were fucking crazy. You know what I mean? And a lot of them kind of slowed down now, but it's like, just shout out them, because if it wasn't for them telling me that, nah, bro, like, you're good, keep pushing through this shit, I wouldn't be where I am right now, making music still, you know? So hell yeah.
Yeah, man, that's a sign right there not to give up.
Yeah, bro. No, I mean, now I feel like now I can't. I feel like I've literally been going to a studio, performing shows, and writing music since I was 15. You know, I'm 24 now. Like, I've been, you know what I mean? Like, doing this for a while, so it's almost like habit now. Like, I don't think even if I wanted to, I don't think I could. You know what I mean? Because, like, for some people, like, going out, you know what I mean, is like, or like going to, like, I don't know, like, play basketball with their friends or something is like a periodic thing that they do, that, you know what I mean? Like, for me, that thing for me is like studio time. Like, you know what I mean? Like, for me, that's like I go to the studio with my friends, you know what I mean? I fucking bust my ass, save up money, you know what I mean? Maybe even throw it on the credit card, and I just fucking go get studio sessions. You know what I mean? And then figure out how to pay it after. Because you like, that's like, I don't know, like, this is just like when I have free time, I'm either gaming or I'm writing a song. Like, for some people, they like read books, or they like to go on runs, or, bro, like, since 15, like, when I got bored, I just throw a beat on and start writing a song. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just, I feel like it's almost ingrained in me now. Like, I don't know what else to do. You feel like, I don't know what else to do, bro. Like, I can't, nothing else is fun. Like, that feeling of, like, writing a song and, like, completing it after, like, that shit's, like, fucking crack, bro. You know what I mean? Like, that shit, like, especially when you write something that you know is good. You know what I mean? That, like, and, oh, dude, there's no feeling like it, bro. There's no feeling like it. That's the shit, bro.
Damn, bro, like, that's fire, cause like, that's like the way what you're explaining, that's like real artistry, bro.
Yeah, I appreciate it, bro.
Like, an artist that feels that way, bro. Like, that's real artistry.
Yeah, bro. Because I mean, it's just real, because, like, bro, I love music. You know what I mean? Like, I was in marching band in high school. You know what I mean? Like, bro, I love this shit. I love, like, listening to songs with headphones and, like, trying to pick every part of the beat out. Like, that shit, like, that's what started the music I'm making now. Like, I listened to The Cure, and I was like, holy shit. Because I used to do that with rap songs. Like, I'd hear every part of the instrumental. It was almost, like, fun for me, like, hearing a new instrument that I didn't hear last time. You know what I mean? Like, that, like, it's, like, a thing that I do just because, like, I don't know, I love that shit. So then, when I finally started branching my music taste, like, beyond rap, that habit carried, but except it's like on steroids now, because obviously I didn't realize, like, when you go past rap, you realize how few sounds and instrumentals are used in rap. You know what I mean? Like, the beats are usually pretty basic. You know what I mean? Not they're hard, but you know what I mean. But they're it's usually not as many instruments as you hear on, like, a rock song, or like you know what I mean. So, like, hearing, like, picking out certain sounds, and then, okay, now I'm finding beats with similar sounds or something, you know what I mean? And then, but now, instead of, like, singing on it, you know what I mean, or doing, like, a rock thing, you know what I mean, like, finding a way to blend it, you know?
Damn, that's fire, bro. I definitely see you doing great things, bro, with music,
bro.
And everything that you explained to me, bro. I could feel it. I know that you really fuck with music, and you really want to take this shit far, bro.
Dude, I have to, bro.
So,
I got to, because I don't know what else I'm going to do if I don't. You know what I mean?
Only the ones that feel that way say that. So.
Yeah, like, because if I don't know, bro. I don't want to fucking work a regular job for the rest of my life, bro. I can't. Like, I don't know why. And I don't know what it is, too, because I'm fully aware of the fact that, like, it's really not that hard. You know what I mean? Like, a 9 to 5 is pretty cushy. Like, you know what I mean? I'm fully aware of the fact that, like, a 9 to 5 is honestly not that bad. And if you work one, good for you. You know what I mean? But I don't know what it is about me personally, but like every second I spend at my job, like my chest hurts and I'm agitated, and you know what I mean. Like I just can't. You know what I mean. Like I don't know what it is, but I can't.
That's a sign.
Bro, I can't, bro. So I can't do it.
That's good, bro. That's that passion, that motivation.
Yeah. Shout out, Respect the Vibe. For sure, because this is cool as fuck that I got to do an interview. I got to check something off my list this year. So shout out to Respect the Vibe. And if you aren't fucking with Respect the Vibe, we're not fucking with you. You feel me? So my name is Demo Maurice Myers, and it has been a fucking pleasure. You feel me? It's been great, bro. Hell yeah.
Thank you, bro. Thank you for coming on the show, bro. For real.